Hello everyone! Today I wanted to do my 2017 favorites video. So if you want to see what I've loved during 2017, then just keep watching. So I'm just going to be starting off with how I apply my makeup, and I'm just going to go in that order. So for primer, I've been loving the Becca Backlight priming filter. This is my second bottle and I'm already halfway through it. I really love this. Throughout this year I finished a whole bottle and then I ran out of it and I was using different primers, but I really wanted to go back to this because I really felt like this made a difference. It makes my skin a bit glowier because, you know, when you apply foundation and stuff, it doesn't really show up that much, but it hydrates my face. It has a nice base for my foundation to stick on. So I really love this. I apply this before I do my brows and my eyes or anything. So I let it sit on my skin for a bit and I really do love this. It's my favorite primer and this is the only primer that I have, which is shocking because when I look in front of me, I have multiple products. Like for foundation, I've got like 4 foundations. For eyeshadow palettes, I've got like 4 or 5 eyeshadow palettes, but this one's just by itself, which is very good and shows that I really do love it. Then I usually apply an eye cream. So the eye cream that I've been loving is the Tarte Maracuja C Brightener eye treatment. So I finished a full one of like a full size one of this one. This one's a travel size and this is like my second or third travel size. I really do love it. I feel like it makes a difference. I apply it before, you know, I apply my concealer and I feel like it makes my under eyes a bit more smooth, so the concealer lays on it really well, and when you do apply powder on top of it, I feel like it doesn't crease and look very dry underneath the eye. Sometimes my concealer used to crease and when I started using eye creams, it made a huge difference. Lately I haven't really been using this eye cream. I have been using the Clinique one, but this one was the one that I've loved throughout the year. So for my brows, I've been loving, well, for majority of the year, I can say probably 6-7 months, I've loved the Tarte Amazonian brow mousse. You can tell that I've used quite a lot of it. It's a very nice color for my eyebrows. This year I started filling in my eyebrows because I never used to fill them in, but yeah, I just feel like this actually suits my eyebrows. Majority of the eyebrow products that I've used were like a bit too, either too dark or it has like a warm undertone and my eyebrows have a cool undertone, so it didn't used to match. But yeah, I've loved that. Then maybe for the past 3 to 4 months, I've been loving the Anastasia Dipbrow pomade in ash brown. The reason why I didn't used to like the Dipbrow was because the shade, I think I've tried ebony and medium brown or dark brown. They have a warm undertone, but I feel like this one matches my eyebrows. It doesn't look too cool and it doesn't look too warm. And I've been loving this and I've been using this more often than that one, but I can say that I really love both of those. For eyeshadow primer, I've been loving the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion, and before this I was loving my Benefit Stay in Australia eyeshadow primer, but I can say this one is better and it holds my eyeshadows in place and it has like a nice tint to it. Like the Benefit one had a nice tint as well, but I feel like this suits my skin tone a bit better, and I feel like the Benefit one, you run out of it very quickly, so this one I've been using for long, like every single day, and I can say I'm still using it and I'm not out of it yet. So yeah. So after I usually apply my eyeshadow primer, I usually set my eyeshadow with like a cream eyeshadow, or if the palette has one, I use that palette. So I have 5 eyeshadow palettes to talk about. One of them is not really an eyeshadow palette, but we'll get to that. So the first one is the MAC times 15 Warm Neutral palette. I think I purchased this last year, as in like 2016 or in 2018. last year's like 2017. Anyway, so I purchased this I think in 2016, and I've hit pan on that shade here, and there's like huge dips in majority of the shades, as you can see. I really love this eyeshadow palette because it has the colors that I really do love. They're not too warm and they're not too like cool either. I am a warm and cool girl, so I do like using both of them. I know some people only use warm eyeshadows, but I like using both of them, and I do like neutral eyeshadows. Maybe I like neutral eyeshadows the most. So that's why I've been loving this, and I've been reaching for it a lot. And lately I haven't really been reaching for this because I have been trying like the Desert Dusk palette and a few other new palettes that just came out, like the Naked Heat and things like that. Surprisingly, because a lot of people either love this or hate this palette, I have been reaching for this a lot, so I guess I really do like it. At first I was like, I don't know if I'm going to use this palette a lot, but I guess I really do like it, and that's what it looks like on the inside. Okay, I'll show you a close-up as well so you can see the dips. Only this one is not a dip, by the way. That is because I dropped the palette and only this shade broke, thank God. And that's the shade that I don't even use. It's like a black with shimmer. That's why I don't use it. But I really do love all the shades inside of this. I have used the green. Oh my God, look at my hand. I do like the peachy tones in this palette. The only problem with this palette is the name of it. Okay, it does smell like peaches, but I feel like it doesn't have many peach shades, and I think that's why I really do like this palette as well, because if I had all peach shades, I don't know if I'll get as much use out of it. But in this palette, I've been loving these two, like the first two rows I've been loving, and I also like these two shades down there. I like that green. I like the, what's this one? Peach Pit, the purples in this palette. The only colors I don't really like in this palette is probably just Peachy and Talk Derby to me. The shade over here, and it's really surprising because it's a peach palette and I don't like that just peachy shade. I do like the Candid Peach. It has a bit of glitter in it, which is a bit annoying, but when you apply it into the crease and blend it out, you can't really see it. So yeah, I've been using this palette a lot. The next eyeshadow that I've been loving is the Colourpop eyeshadows. This is a palette that I have filled with Colourpop eyeshadows. There are some that are Makeup Geek, but I've been using the Colourpop ones a lot in here. I really do love them, and I think majority of the year I've been loving this because I usually just like using one shade in my crease and that's all. So I just use like a cream matte color to set my whole eyelid, and then I use like 1 or 2 shades in this palette in my crease. So I've been loving it, and I have been using this maybe the first 6-7 months of the year. Then when it first came out, I bought them and I've been using them ever since, but maybe for the past few months I haven't really been using these a lot. But whenever like I do my eyeshadow and I'm missing a shade, I just go to this palette and I use it from there. I've also been liking the Colourpop I Think I Love You eyeshadow palette. I like this one more than the Sunset Eye that I did. I don't know what that palette was called. The one with the orange tones in it. And it is very gorgeous. You can see that I've used, maybe not as much as the other ones, but you can see that I've used it. And I really do like using this palette as well because it has a matte shade, and then it has like a brown tone shade which I can apply into my crease, and then it has a black if I need a black, and then it has shimmer shades. So there's a darker brown so I can darken up the look. This is more of like a brown tone palette, so if you don't like using brown eyeshadows, neutral eyeshadows in like the eye area, then I don't think you'll like this because it doesn't have any warm shades in it. Yeah. Another eyeshadow palette I've been loving is the Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette. This palette has anything that you would need if you love these tones. So they're more neutral tones, but it does have like warm tones as well. So it's very gorgeous. I took this to my honeymoon as well, and I only took this palette and I used these shades for like bronzing and contouring, and then these ones on my eye, and then sometimes I actually use these colors on my eyes. It's a very gorgeous shades, and you can create any neutral look with it. It doesn't really have any shimmery shade. That's the only thing that is missing in this palette. But because I do use highlighter, I just used to apply that on my eyelid or, you know, in my inner corners, so it didn't really matter for me. But yeah, this palette is amazing as well, you can see. I don't think it looks like I've used so much of it, but you can tell like that white has a huge dip in it. When I set my eyelid, I set it. And that's this palette. The eyeshadow, I do my winged eyeliner, and for my wings, I love these ones. I used to love the Maybelline Hyper Glossy. I still love that one, but I did want to branch out this year and try different liquid eyeliners, and I can say probably my Maybelline Hyper Glossy is probably second, but my first favorite is the NYX Matte Liquid Eyeliner. I really love this eyeliner. I've got a few, and I've also got a backup as well, which I really love. I also like the Rimmel Glam Eyes Professional Liquid Eyeliner. This one has a very fine tip. I'll show you the tip of this one, the next one. It's like a brush tip. The only problem with these ones, like the brush tips, are when it runs out, it's hard to get the sharp wing. But I try to shake it up and then get more product out of it. Then the Rimmel Glam Eyes, this one doesn't really shake up. So yeah, this one has a very fine tip. I really like this one as well. This is probably like my third favorite. And out of the like these pen applicators, these liquid liners like this in a pen form, I guess, I've been loving the Stila Steril Day Waterproof Liquid Eyeliner. This is probably my favorite. I prefer over the Kat Von D Trooper. The Kat Von D eyeliner, I like it when it goes on, but then I think after a while it kind of like flakes off or it disappears and the color gets lighter and lighter. You know, I want my eyeliner to be black all day, and this provides it. I also like the Physicians Formula, but I've been using this one more often, so yeah. After eyeliner, I usually do my foundation. So for foundation, I've been loving 4 different foundations, and they're all high-end. I realize the majority of the things that I've mentioned are high-end, apart from Colourpop. I guess that's what I've been loving the most. Anyway, so for foundation, I've been loving the MAC Studio Fix Fluid. This is my favorite foundation. I'm kind of out of it now. I know it looks like there's still some in there, but I need a new bottle. And that says a lot because this is probably my second MAC Studio Fix foundation, and yeah, it's my favorite. Foundations that I have are these. I really love the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I have it on today, but I mixed it in with the Fenty foundation because I do want to use that foundation up as well. I do like the Fenty foundation, but it's not my favorite. It is like up there with these, but not quite. So yeah, this one is another favorite. And another 2 favorites that I love and I've been using like very often lately are these 2 foundations. The Marc Jacobs Genius Gel Foundation in 22 Bisque Light. I'm NC15 in MAC, and I wear 4 in Luminous Silk, but I think I'm like a 3 because it's a bit too dark for me. So the other foundation is the MAC Pro Longwear Nourishing Waterproof Foundation. This one is in NW18. For my wedding day, I've mixed in these 2 foundations. So yeah, if you're wondering what I had on my face in foundation, these 2 were it. And it was majority MAC Pro Longwear. I just added the Genius Gel to add like a bit more hydration to my face. So these 2 foundations I really do love. I took this foundation only to my honeymoon and I only used that there. So I really do like these. For concealer, I've been loving the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. If you've been watching my channel for like even a year, you probably know this is my favorite, and I have different shades of it. I've got NC15 and W15 and C20. This is my favorite. I used to like the Tarte Shape Tape, and I thought I liked that more than this, but no. I like this one more. It stays on better, and I feel like it has more of a full coverage. The next concealer is the Colourpop No Filter Concealer. I've got the shade 15. I also have 10 and 20. And yeah, I really like these concealers. I've been using them majority of the time. I do sometimes apply the MAC one, and then I apply this just to highlight my face, and I really do love them. This is my second favorite concealer. I like this better than the Tarte one, so that says a lot. After concealer, I usually set my face, and this year I've been loving the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder. I've got another backup of this one, so yeah, I really love this. It sets my foundation in place, doesn't give any flashback, and yeah, it makes my makeup last longer. Then to set my whole face, I've been loving 3 different powders. The first powder that I've been loving, and this is probably my favorite out of the 3, is MAC Studio Fix Foundation Powder Duo. I don't know, it just says Studio Fix at the back in NC15. I've hit pan on it, and I really do like it. If I finish this, I will buy another one. I do have another one. It's NC20, but that's a bit too dark for me, so I really do love this. Then another one that I've hit pan on is and love is the Kat Von D blotting powder. I think this does give a little bit of a flashback, so be warned of that. And this one is in the shade Light, but it gives my face like a flawless finish, and I really do love it. If I finish this, I probably will repurchase, or I'll try another one. I really don't know, but I really do love that. Then another favorite is this Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Finish Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. This one is in the shade Fair. Yeah, this powder is amazing. As it says, it gives a flawless finish, and I really do love it. Bronzers, I've been loving the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in the shade Bronzer. So I took this also when I went Turkey for a month, and I only took this bronzer, and I really do love it. I've used it on my cousin there when I was doing her makeup, and I also used it on my auntie there as well. Like, I don't really like contour and bronze. It's just like I apply anything that I want and I just blend it out in that area. But this is probably like a contour shade. I really do like this Makeup Forever Artist Face Color in S112. I took this to my honeymoon, and this was the only bronzer slash contour that I used there. Oh, and also the shades in this palette as well. I feel like it's quite similar to Desert. You know, this palette is probably a bit darker, but if you mix this with a little bit of that, it'll look quite similar. But I really do love that. It blends seamlessly and doesn't take up my space as well. Then for blush, I was looking for my blush, like the Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in Exposed, but I couldn't find it. I don't know where I put it. I love using the Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes in Essential and Exposed. This is Essential. I've showed Exposed before, but I can't find it for... I don't know, I can't find it, and I didn't use it today. So yeah, I used probably these blushes every day that I applied makeup, apart from like a couple of days. And I also like the one in Dollface. This is Dollface. This is quite recent, so it's not really my favorite. I just got it so in the place of Exposed. Exposed Essential is my favorite. Then I also love this Max Factor blush. I used this blush as well quite often. This one is the Cream Puff blush in 10 Nude Mauve. I love the number 10 as well, so this is great. My birthday is on January 10. My birthday is coming up. I didn't use those blushes and I wanted to try something else. This is the blush that I reached for, and I didn't mix it with anything, so I like it. Weird, I didn't pick any highlighter out. The weird thing was I didn't pick any highlighter out, and from what I remember, I think I really did love Laura Mercier Matte Radiance Highlight in 01, but I think I like this one a little bit more than that one. So this one is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. I really love this shade. It's gorgeous, and yeah, I didn't really used to like a lot of highlight, but now I've been loving the glow. So yeah, I don't really have a highlight favorite, which is unfortunate. I do like highlighters, but I just feel like I don't have one that I'm like, oh my god, I gotta use that one or else my makeup doesn't look good or anything. Like, I use different highlighters. I also have the Hourglass one, which I like when I don't really want like a bam highlight. So yeah, that was quite weird that I didn't pick out a highlighter. Oh, I forgot this. Obviously I have to forget something. I also like the L'Oreal Brow Artist Plumper for my brows, and I've used it today as well. I've used Anastasia Dipbrow pomade, and then I applied this over it. This one is in the shade medium/dark, and that's what's on my eyebrows, and I really enjoy that. For mascara, I've been loving the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black and also the MAC Extended Play Giga Black. Extended Play Lash, not Giga Black. Extended Play Lash. And this one I didn't really use in majority of my videos, but I've used it quite often in my day-to-day, and also I took it on my honeymoon and I've used it on my wedding day, so I really do love it. For my eyes, I've been loving these Stila Magnificent Metal eyeshadows, or glitter glow eyeshadows. These ones. I've got the full size of Kitten Karma, and I also have it in a small size because I got it in a pack of 3 of them, and that's the difference between them. So I really do love these. Whenever I have like a special occasion, I apply these. I applied these for my hen's night. I applied these when I went to anyone's wedding, like even a little bit, because it looks gorgeous. They're very stunning. If you apply a lot of it, they're like bam in your face, but that's what I love about them, and they don't really like get all over your face. I would say do your eyes before your face, because sometimes you could see a little bit of glitter fall out, but that's normal because they have high shine and they last on your eyes as well. Then for lips, for a person that doesn't really apply lip color often, I've got a lot of lip liners because that's all I've been using probably this whole year. These are my favorite, not exactly this shade, but I love the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in Stark Naked. I also have 1993, but this is a recent purchase, so I shouldn't really include that. Stark Naked, Makeup Forever Aqua Lip in 1C. I also have a darker shade, but I use this one more. I also have this Rimmel Exaggerate, the Twist Up one, because I know that there's another one that's not really Twist Up, but it's called Exaggerate as well, in Natural, if I didn't say that. And I also love the Prestige Lip Liner in Silk. So yeah, these are my favorites. Today I lined my lip with the Rimmel Exaggerate, and I filled them in with what I'm going to show you right now. For liquid lipsticks, because I didn't really use lip color often, but when I did, when it was a special occasion or when I needed to go somewhere, I used these. I love the Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. I also have different shades of them, but this one is my favorite. This one is in Mannequin. I know some people don't like him, but you know, his makeup is good. Well, the liquid lipsticks are good, so I really do enjoy it. I also like this Kat Von D liquid lipstick in Ludwig. That's the one that I have on today. That's very gorgeous, and this is probably one of my favorites. This is the Melted Matte by Too Faced in Child Star. I've used this for majority of the occasions that I went to, like my sister's graduation last year I used this, and then this year whenever I went somewhere I used this. This was like a trusty nude lip color. I also like the shade in Queen Bee, but I haven't really used that often as well, so I guess these 3 are my main favorites. And for setting spray, I love the Skindinavia, the Makeup Finishing Spray in Bridal. I'm almost out of this This is probably my second bottle, and the third bottle I have a backup, so it's my favorite. It makes my makeup last longer. I didn't spray it on today. And I also like the MAC Fix Plus. I use this to like make my makeup last longer, and this one to settle down the powders. This is probably my third, fourth bottle by MAC. And I'm almost out. I'm less than halfway through, so I really do love it. And I like using this to intensify eyeshadows. I have been using the Gerard Cosmetics setting spray in Grapefruit, and I like that as well, but I think MAC Fix Plus is a bit better. But that was the end of my 2017 favorites video. I hope you all enjoyed. Like this video if you liked it, and comment down below what your favorite products were in 2017. And yeah, I'll see you all in my next video. Bye everyone.